try and deport Elon.
What is your name and who are you?
My name is Tara. I'm on the ground with Tara on YouTube. Tara.
And what is your political persuasion?
This
is not politics. Do you believe in democracy and white supremacy?
I don't believe in. I believe in democracy.
Do you believe in white supremacy? Do you believe in fascism? Do you believe in the rule of law? Because if you say no to any of those, then get the hell out of here.
I would like to understand what your opinions are and express them to the camera.
Well, you're being evasive. What's your name again? I'm sorry.
Tara. You can find me on the ground with Tara on YouTube.
Okay. So, Kara, you're being
Tara.
Mm-hmm. You're being a little evasive. You have political opinions, and I know you don't have to put them on your post, but you need to tell me before you record my face and take my opinion what your political opinions are. Because to me, this is not politics. This is democracy versus fascism, and I believe in this stuff, and I want to know where you stand. And if you don't have the guts,
all right, have a good day.
Yes, you too. Here she is. You're nuts! Oh my God, brother! What's up?
Yeah, there's bees.
Over there. Man, I gotta watch my pockets.
Can you tell me what brings you out today?
Excuse me?
Can you tell me about what brings you out today?
I heard everybody honking from down the road, and Elon's a hero to this country. He saved people in the space and brought them back. What Biden could have done, he didn't even do that. He's doing a lot of stuff. He cares about people. He cares about the civilization lasting. Come on, have a heart. The Democrats are doing nothing but stealing from America, and they've been doing it for 4.5 years, and there's no more. This is the new America.
Adam Francisco, what brings you out here today?
Well, I saw all these, weirdos in my city that are protesting one of the...
Why do you support Trump?
Hold on. Yeah, weirdos that are chanting. And I'm in a cult. This is what cults behave like, chanting in unison. And I just wanted to make sure that Tampa knew that MAG is here. This is a red county. I'm not even white, I'm Mexican. I'm an immigrant. What are you talking about, white man? You see how these people are crazy? White. And now they want me deported. You see how strange these people are? I say I'm Mexican, they assume I'm illegal. They're so racist. That's what she said. That's what she said, this white racist liberal. But anyway, that's what's going on here today. We just want to represent Tampa, and that's why I'm out here.
What's going on with Trump's deportations? What are your thoughts?
Watch out for ice.
We need to deport all the illegals. If you came in here illegally, time to go. Time to go. This girl's crazy. This woman's
Well, when they can't fight with actual knowledge and information, they need.
Where can people find you on
Adam
YouTube?
Francisco on YouTube, Instagram, X.
Grifter!
You name it, I'm there.
Grifter!
Adam, what's a grifter?
That's what these people are. They're all getting paid by the hour to be here.
I think Trump should be in prison.
What actions specifically think lead him to being in prison?
Well, I mean, tax fraud, sexual assault, it's a very long list. When you said my side.
Yeah, you got the pictures.
Yeah, because I resist Trump doesn't mean I'm a Democrat. You said my Democratic. You assumed I'm a Democrat. Yeah, well, not everybody falls into a cookie cutter.
Yeah, but
you said that I'm a Democrat because I have this. I'm resisting Trump because he's a criminal.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with being a Democrat.
I'm
not a Democrat.
Paul, the sign.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but
what does that mean? What I just said?
Your sign.
No. Tell me what that meant.
And this also.
No. Tell me what that meant when you said one of your people got into a fight. You assume that I'm a Democrat.
Well, you're staying against Elon.
Right. That doesn't mean
I'm on your side of the.
Wait, no. You don't understand. That doesn't mean I'm a Democrat.
So what are you?
I'm against Trump because he's a criminal.
What are you registered as?
I am not registered as an industry.
What did you vote for last election?
I did not vote for Trump. I think he's a criminal. I think he's a criminal.
You voted for Kamala.
He's a criminal.
But you voted for Kamala.
That doesn't make me a Democrat.
So he's a Democrat. He might not be.
You don't understand.
He might not be registered, but you have the mindset of a Democrat.
You don't know anything about.
You voted for Kamala. You got a resist sign. That's all I need to know. I know that Democrats, they like handouts.
Somebody else
Socialism.
contributes to your wealth. You don't feel any responsibility to share what you. Right. That's just like Trump and just like all the other people.
Let's get a contract.
Do you fully support everything Trump has done?
He's not pro-life enough for me. He needs to be more pro-life. Trump is actually very moderate on the abortion issue. I was actually adopted and not aborted, so I stand for little babies like myself, correct?
What criticisms do you have about the Trump administration?
Yeah, I just wish he was more. I just wish he was more pro-life. He's always said that if a federal abortion ban crosses his desk, he's going to deny it. I don't think that's a good thing. I think we need to ban bad acts in this country, and one of those bad acts is the killing of unborn children, specifically with healthy pregnancies.
Do you think that people who align themselves with Trump are like fully in support of what Trump does, or like the gentleman over there was alluding to different nuances with political belief, that we have, a completely binary system. You're a Democrat, or you're a Republican, conservative, or a liberal.
Yeah.
Can you talk to about some of the nuances?
Well, I'll say the difference between Democrats is if there's 10 issues and you disagree with one of them, they kick you out of the party. If you're a Republican and there's 10 issues and you agree with one, we try to welcome you into the party. And I think that's the case when it comes to Donald Trump, which is why the party is so big, because not all Trump supporters agree with everything Trump does.
What do you feel are some of the misconceptions that people have about DOGE?
To be completely honest, I don't know what the problem is with it. I really don't. People are gonna, as I call them, Karens. So,
How would you rate the job that Trump's administration is currently doing?
as of right now, I think he's doing an amazing job. I mean, things might not be going in his favor at the moment, but they will.
Do you have any criticisms of the Trump administration or what they could do better?
At this moment, no.
Democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
All right, fellas, good talking.
Country overfull. I only watch Fox News.
America is the Constitution. No Constitution, no America. You get it? Got it? Good. Helped organize. Love to make signs. Love the camaraderie. Want to show people they're not alone. That they're not crazy. That there's a lot more of us. And that we're not afraid. And that we're going to fight back. And we're going to attack the issues.
What are the most important issues in your opinion?
The Constitution. It's not what they're doing, it's how they're doing it. We can decide as a people what we want to happen. We don't need someone deciding for us.
What actions are they doing that you feel is against the Constitution?
The president can't divert funds from where Congress had already stated they should go. The president cannot eliminate departments or invent departments. Elon Musk. Elon Musk never took an oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution. So, does that mean he gets to do whatever he wants? Apparently so. Just rifling through everyone's files, firing people, here again, outside their constitutional office. That's basically it. There's been any number of actions against any number of agencies, and some things that are particularly galling is, there's children getting Social Security loans, and they're under the age of 9. Well, guess what, Elon? These are orphans, newly orphaned children. If you could look a little deeper, you might see why and what. And thirdly, I don't know which it is, but they haven't come up with a single fraud case, which should go to court. They cannot produce their accounting, which we have public access to every department's accounting. We don't need their accounting, and if we ask for it, they don't show it.
You brought up an interesting point. I had heard that when parents pass away, their Social Security checks go to minors. Is that what you're alluding to?
Yeah, but sometimes they'll set them up with loans to get them to age where they can work. And if I might add, of course, we all know the bullying tactics. I also believe that announcing tariffs and withdrawing them is they're just working the market. When one guy can crash the market with his words, his buddies can be ready to play the drop and then play the rise. So this is disaster capitalism at play right in front of our eyes. It's a big steal. Stop the steal.
If you had the opportunity to speak to either Elon Musk or Donald Trump, what would you say to them?
Everything I've told you right here. And Elon, you haven't taken an oath to uphold and protect the Constitution. And those of you who have failed to keep your oaths.
What would you like to see in the direction of America?
That voting continues, that it's not rigged, that we can have our say, and that we will change the administration and enact the law and enforce the law.
What's going on? It's an opportunity to take Elon out. This guy is a criminal. What he's doing to this country is insane, and everyone knows it. What actions? Everything DOGE has touched. Everything.
What has DOGE done that you don't like?
Everything. Every institution that's been taken off the map by this man and his people, Big Balls and company, everything that he's done is absolutely anti-American. He's stoking a lot of fear unnecessarily. We're not falling for it.
People have just ruined so much. I work at a mission in Haiti, and they've destroyed all our hard work there. Just taking away the money we use for USAID, for food, for HIV. It's just terrible. I work in Port-au-Prince. I've been a volunteer there since the earthquake, and they have undone all the good work we've done for the Haitian people. We feed children so they can go to school with ASID money. That's gone. The food is there going to waste. No one to distribute it. That's a crime against Christianity. It's what we are. This country, we give to people. So anyhow, that's why I'm here. I think it's a personal issue now.
I'm an anti-fascist. I spent 24 years in the U.S. Air Force, and I was supposed to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And when somebody's trying to destroy the Constitution, that's an attack. His Doge boys got into the Treasury, they got into the personnel, they got into Social Security, and they're not trying to, They're not trying to make it more efficient, they're trying to destroy it. They're trying to demolish everything.
What do you feel are Elon Musk's motives?
I think it's greed. He's a oligarch, and he wants the U.S. to be run as an oligarchy, which is, we're in great danger.
If you had the opportunity to speak to Elon Musk, what would you say to him?
I'd say get out of government. I like what SpaceX is doing. Tesla's actually a decent car. I don't like this thing, but the regular Tesla cars are not bad. He ought to stick to that. I think what he's doing to the U.S. is destroying, not making it more efficient.
What criticisms do you have about the Trump administration?
Well, they're completely not following the Constitution or the law. Trying to kick out a judge because you don't like the judge's ruling, that's unconstitutional.
What things have DOGE defunded that you feel was wrong?
Social Security, firing all however many thousands of federal workers, USAID, the USAID program is completely shut down, the CDC, the NIH, all these are programs that are to help the American people, and he's destroying them.
Yeah, they're gonna send our kids into the fields here in Florida. Woo! Take away our kids' rights and put them in the fields and send away all the immigrants. Yay!
Basically, you believe in importing slave labor. That's what you believe in. Importing slave labor.
I do believe rights, right?
Importing slave labor. That's the only thing you're concerned about.
You believe in your kids.
Absolutely.
Really? So we're gonna let them buy guns and we're gonna put them to work in the fields. Yay!
What rights do you feel are going to be taken away?
Well, all rights for women, for minorities. I mean, you can see what he's did to the Smithsonian. We don't count anymore.
What concerns do you have about the Trump administration?
That he's a tyrant. He's eliminating all the checks and balances, and nobody's standing up to stop him.
What have you seen that makes you feel this way?
I don't have time for that, but just watch the news. Who's still reporting on them anyway?
Great Americans like Elon Musk, I think what he's doing is very beneficial to the American taxpayer by finding all the waste, fraud, and abuse. And I think he should keep going, keep cutting, and we'll be better for it. Less debt, less our grandkids will have to pay. So I think it's a good thing.
What misconceptions do you think people have about what's going on with DOGE?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that they're cutting all this funding that's going to the poor people or feeding people in Africa and stuff like that. All those programs are still in place. What they're cutting is all the obvious waste, fraud, and abuse, gender transitions in Honduras, stuff like that. So I think the biggest misconception is that he's taking vital resources from the needy, and that's just not happening.
Do you have any criticisms of the Trump administration or what Elon is doing with DOGE?
I think they need to communicate better. I think they need to do probably a press conference maybe every 2 weeks, kind of what they're doing and what's going on. I didn't like Signalgate. I think that was silly to do. I don't think it's the end of the world or this big, problem, but it was dumb. And that kind of stuff cannot happen because people are going to take advantage of any little mistake they make.
Do you think that Signalgate has taken over what the actual mission had accomplished?
One more time, I'm sorry.
Do you think Signalgate took over what in the media, what the mission actually had accomplished?
I definitely think that. I think they focused on one problem, which was a big problem, bringing on that reporter. But it was successful. It did what it was supposed to do after years of the Houthis, messing up trade and shipping in that area. It had to be done, and it's a great thing.
What is Signalgate?
It was the most horrendous F-up ever. They're incompetent, and there will be no accountability. No accountability for the Trump administration.
Can you describe what actions constitute fascism that you've seen with Tesla or Elon?
The unconstitutional executive order. Trying to impeach judges who try to enforce the law. Total fascism.
What has DOGE defunded that
fired government employees for wrongful termination? And who's going to run all these agencies? They're only hurting the people. That's all.
What are your concerns about the direction America's headed in?
That's where it's heading, right there.
We're just very concerned with the actions of Elon Musk as America's shadow president.
What actions are you specifically opposing that DOGE has done?
There are so many things right now. This isn't the time and the place to enumerate them. It's easy to find out. We're here to raise awareness.
What are you hoping Americans to wake up to?
We're hoping that they become aware of the fact that their government is being destroyed from the inside by someone they did not elect.
What criticisms do you have about the Trump administration?
As I say, this is not the place necessarily to discuss that. There's plenty of information out there. People need to be aware, and we're here to raise awareness right now. We're concerned with what DOGE is doing within the federal government right now. The indiscriminate firings and layoffs, the scale of the budget cuts, just the damage being done to these federal institutions that we've worked hard to build up over decades, over generations, are being laid waste. That's what concerns us.
What direction would you like to see America go in?
The most important thing right now is that we stop the damage. We stop the damage that is being done. We built a great system in this country over decades of hard work, and we don't want to see it all destroyed by an unelected tyrant.
Is there anything that the Trump administration is doing that you see is in a good direction?
We are not concerned with that right now. We're concerned with the damage that is being done, and the damage is severe. We want it to stop. That's what this protest is about. If people want to learn more, people want to inform, we have lots of great media organizations in this country, on right, left, and center. They can all tell you things. International news is covering this too. Some of the greatest journalism in the world, like the Manchester Guardian and the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, can tell you about this too. This is a world story. Think of any major U.S. network, any minor U.S. network. We have newspapers, we have magazines. There's lots of information out there.
everything. It's the deportations. It's the censorship. It's all of it. It just keep turning a blind eye and pretending like it's not happening as we slowly slide into fascism. It's disintegrating before our eyes. It's time to come off your couch and do something about it, man.
What are your thoughts about Tesla and Elon?
Pardon me?
What are your thoughts about Tesla and Elon's involvement?
He's using this to fund Trump. I mean, as long as he's got successful companies making millions of dollars, he will continue to support Trump with that money. So all they care about is money. So you have to hit them where it hurts.
What are your concerns for the direction that America is heading?
Yeah, it's one of my concerns. Well, I think I said it. I mean, we're built on a democracy. Trump is attacking practically every single one of the amendments of the Constitution, just one at a time. You know, free speech and the freedom to gather and protest, all of it. It's just birthright citizenship. He's just one by one, checking them off and going after everything. It's just sad.
If you had the opportunity to talk one-on-one with either Donald Trump or Elon Musk, what would you say to them?
There's no talking. Their problems are deep and personal. It has to do with their childhood trauma, the fact that they they literally have no empathy. I mean, Elon has come out and said empathy is what's killing America. They can't, if it doesn't affect them personally, they don't care about it. They can't look at a fellow person and say, wow, I see you're suffering, I want to do something to help. They all care about is themselves. I don't even think they care about their family, or they just care about
What do you think are Musk's reasons for being involved with DOGE and making the decisions that he is making?
It's obviously personal. It's to beef up his companies and to get rid of the regulations that multiple lawsuits against his company have been ended because he's now involved in government. It's just quite clear. They're very self-motivated. It's not about the greater good. They're saying it's about the greater good, and people are going along because of the hate. They hate the same people that other people hate, and that's why people support them. But we can't run a country on hate. It's not going to work. It will fall.
Do you think Tesla was? What were your thoughts on Tesla? What were your thoughts on Tesla before Elon's involvement with DOGE?
Yeah, my husband owns a Tesla, so I guess I didn't think much of it. But now I can see how it's funding, fascism. It really is.
Do you have concerns that with your family owning a Tesla now with the keying attacks and the attacks that are being done on Tesla?
Pardon me?
Do you have any concerns with being a Tesla owner with the keying attacks that are being done on Tesla?
No, I think people understand. They're making bumper stickers now that said, I bought this before Elon went crazy. I think a lot of people know that just because you own a Tesla doesn't mean you support Elon or fascism.
Can you tell me about your website?
It's indivisible.org. It's a great place to go if you don't know where to start. People are afraid. You don't have to come out and live protest. There's lots and lots of things you can do from the comfort of your living room. You can call your representatives. You can send postcards. There's lots and lots of things you can do. You can donate. You don't have to do this. If you're like, oh, I'm not going out there, it's too scary, I could get arrested, then don't do it. But there's lots of things you can do. And if you go to this website, it will show you the things that you can do that are simple and easy. And I can't believe more people aren't doing it. There's lots of things you can do.
I have been so angry at this administration and the things that they're doing and the people that they're hurting and the education that they're hurting that I had.
What criticisms do you have about DOGE and the Trump administration?
Pardon me?
What criticisms do you have about DOGE and the Trump administration?
I think they're letting people go. Bill Clinton let people retire and move on, and he decreased the government that way. This is all for show. This is all for show. And Musk doesn't, I don't know if he's autistic, but he has no empathy. He doesn't care about the people. He doesn't care about the programs. So he's happy to cut. But if it was him being cut, now he's complaining today in an interview that all of this is hurting his business. Oh, maybe that will get his attention.
What do you feel are some of the shocking cuts that DOGE has made?
Yes, I think every person that got cut, that got an email that said not only were they cut, but it was because their work was unsatisfactory. Every person. So I can't say one department, I can't say one thing, because every person counts. And people that were on the job for 2 years, people that got promoted, were not only cut, but they were cut and demoralized, and he did it so they wouldn't have to pay any unemployment. He's not gentle or kind or anything. He does nothing to show that. He is all money oriented, and that's not what our country is. Our country isn't just money. Will never be just money.